You ever wonder what goes on in a radio station in between songs, commercials, or even just live on the air? You can now watch. It's Elizabeth and Radar. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, thanks to Dora Peninsula Winery. These cameras are rocking.
It is so fun, and we've been able to connect with you now in different ways, which is great. We want you to comment and like and be a part of it now when you're watching on your phone or maybe getting ready in the morning. You got Elizabeth and Radar here on the mix, and you can also see the mess that Radar has created in the studio.
See it down here?
We did our live segment on the local news here, WISN 12 News in Milwaukee. Yeah. We always do our weekend picks. And we were talking about the Easter egg hunt that's happening at Humboldt Park in Bayview tomorrow morning. And Radar brought a full carton of eggs.
Oh,
and he told me beforehand, he said, do you want to know what I'm going to do or do you want to be surprised? And I said, I think I want to be surprised. He made me think, you guys, on live television that he was going to crack a raw egg here in the studio.
Do you have that carton of eggs on your side?
Instead, what he did...
Instead, what I did was I pulled these out.
These carton of eggs, it's a cardboard carton, and they look to be eggs that were already dyed.
Yeah.
See, everybody, they're colorful eggs.
If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, you can see that.
And then Radar had the garbage pulled out. He had me put my hand out. I looked at him like he was insane. I thought, I do not want raw egg all over me. Why are you going to crack a raw egg here in a radio studio?
I said, most of these are hard-boiled, but one could be raw.
Look at the bottom.
I squeezed it, and then we had a whole bunch of.
If you look at the bottom here on our stream, if you're watching, the bottom is flat because the bottom is a thin paper. Because if you crush it, confetti everywhere.
Have fun with your nephew with those.
I'm gonna give these to the little ones, and they're gonna love it. But also, Radar, who is gonna vacuum up that floor?
Producer Will is in the house today.
Are you kidding me?
I said, go find a vacuum.
Not on Producer Will.
Shoo!
That is on you.
Find me a vacuum, lad.
But if you want to find us on the stream services, it's at 99.1 The Mix. Even our Madison audience, we know Madison, it's Mix 105.1. But if you follow us at 99.1 The Mix, the way this program works, you can only connect it to like one station, but it's for YouTube, it's Facebook, it's Instagram. Like, subscribe, follow along. We've got people that are already watching this morning, which is phenomenal. We love that. So thank you for joining us. And it's just cool to kind of bring you guys more into the studio and be a part of the show in a different way. You can listen and you can watch.
We showed off the eggs. Now I think we should show off some Dora Peninsula Winery because DP Dub sponsors our broadcast.
They really do. And we appreciate them doing that as well. Get a little razzle dazzle raspberry.
Yeah. Sunset Splash.
You just want to make a bigger mess in this studio, don't you?
How about that?
What's up, mixers? Happy Friday.
We'll sweep her up. We've got terrible carpeting. It's like real flat. So I could probably just use a broom.
I know. I can't believe this mess that he's made.
It's fun, though.
All right, so where are you guys all watching us at? Are you at home? Oh, we've got a little good morning message to L. Jean 519.
Good morning. Spirit a little sunshine.
We appreciate y'all watching. All right, so we're getting ready here for the 3 must-hear clips of the day coming up.
Oh yeah, we've got them all set.
Yep. You've got 3A, 3B. Radar, what's the headline again for 3A? Which one did I?
Recalls learning her mother was missing. Sorry, I'll turn it down.
When she found
out. I have to turn this down. You guys can't. Y'all can't be listening to our programming through the stream. So,
and what is 3B?
Or through the video?
Is 3B?
And B is thought she was to blame for her mom.
Can you just play me the first little part of 3B? Just what she says a word at the beginning. I want to remember that.
Yeah, that's probably.
Which is
I don't know, but yeah, that's probably.
So, is she?
Which is.
Oof. Okay. 2-1. This is B. You want A first, obviously.
All right. So, is her fame to blame for this? All right. All right, I'm gonna just put this in my notes. All right, you're watching Watertown. I am actually headed to Watertown this weekend for the turkey banquet. It's a
Wait
tradition.
a minute. It's
It's
the
a-
Easter Bunny, but you're doing turkey stuff?
It's the turkey banquet. Yeah, it's
Oh, I
a
remember you doing that
fundraiser
last
for
year.
the
Yeah.
National Wildlife Turkey Federation. So my in-laws are real into it, and my family turkey hunts. I haven't turkey hunt yet. Will turkey hunts, producer Will turkey hunts. So yeah, it's a big banquet and fundraiser and stuff like that. And I can remember the first time I went to a turkey banquet, I looked at my husband and I said, "This is the difference between someone like me that grew up in the city in Bayview in Milwaukee compared to him out in the country." Because I didn't even know a turkey banquet existed. Had no idea. But yeah, it's downtown Turner, like the Watertown Turner Hall building, I think.
Watertown has a downtown?
Yeah, they've got a really cute downtown, actually. It's really cute.
Is that where the high school is? Because I played Goslings back in the day.
So the high school,
We never looked out the bus window. We
it
just
was
showed up.
newer when my husband was there, and it's
Oh.
kind of on the outside of town, which
Yeah, that's where I remember.
everything
Where
kinda
the
feels
field
like it's on
was.
the outside of town.
Yeah, the field is kind of on the outside of town.
Good morning from my classroom in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Speaking of hunting,
Lori Vinty.
we love stopping there for our pheasant hunting.
She is the mom of Sam Vinty, who played softball with my daughter Lexi at Alverno.
Hey, Lori.
And so Lori's following along.
What's going on in Sioux Falls? Does it feel like spring there? Because it did feel like spring here, and now this morning
Or-
it's pretty cold here.
You still have 17 inches of snow that has to melt.
I love that you have this on in your classroom. Are the students watching? That's kind of fascinating.
What are you going to do today, Miss Vinty? We're going to watch a radio station in Milwaukee. Awesome.
Get ready for the 3 mustier clips of the day.
I love it. That'd be a fun class to be in, too.
All right, and then we got Charlie Puth as number 2, and then number 1 is a good one. Guys. Number 1 is a good one. Lori says it's 23 degrees and students don't arrive until 7:45.
Oh, 7:25. Oh, 7:45. Oh, okay. All right. 23. Yeah, it's pretty chilly here, too. What's that?
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
that is
number 8.
that. Yep, that's number 8. Yes. All right. So yeah, weekend plans. Radar, I told you I'm going to a turkey banquet. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm moving my daughter.
Oh, this is the weekend.
She is moving in the same complex, just from a 1 to a 2-bedroom.
That's not that crazy. I know a lot of people that have done
It's
that.
crazy because she's on the east side right now of the complex. She got to move to the west side. And I said, all right, so you, your boo, and his friends are just going to drag everything across.
It's funny because
She's
look
like,
what's
no,
coming-
we have to get a U-Haul. I'm like,
look what's coming
What?
up later on the show.
I see that.
We're
yeah.
talking about movers because we got some moving situation going on too. When we bought the house that we're in now, we were actually renting a house in the same neighborhood, legitimately around the corner.
Around the
That move,
corner.
and actually, I think about even when I was in
Around the
Bayview, I was
bend.
renting in Bayview and then bought my duplex in Bayview, and that was also an around the corner move. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be so easy because it's just like around the corner. It's not going to take that long. I felt like it took longer because
I know.
we did it so sporadically. It was piece by piece and piece by piece. If you make a bigger move, you're forced to kind of just put it all in the moving truck and move it at once. Like it took too long to move.
So we're,
When you
yeah.
do it like that.
I
But
know, that's what I
At least
feel
she's
like.
going from smaller to bigger. It's not like she has.
Yeah.
It's not like she has to unpack more from a 2-bedroom to go to a 1-bedroom.
And I'll tell you what, she is going to get the couch out of there and down the stairs because my wife, Jess, and I had a hell of a time doing that. It wouldn't fit in the elevator.
Cue up pivot.
And so, right. And we did that when we talked about it a couple of years ago when she moved there. And then I tried to go down one staircase. No way it was going there. So, or up, I should say. And then I'm like, what are we going to do? And the great security dude at Corners of Brookfield was like, well, we have another door. It'll probably fit, but it's on the other side of the building. So you have to drag this thing
course
out. I
it
go,
is.
I don't care if as long as it fits up your stairwell. And it did. I was like, thank God. Oh, man.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah, we'll just go into the elevator. Nothing here. Oh, my gosh. Producer Will, you lived at Marquette. Did you have some fun move-ins?
Yeah, there was. We bought this couch off of this girl, and she lived in a second-story apartment and we couldn't figure out how her dad and her brother got it through the door. We could not figure it out.
Oh yeah.
So she said, or we were like, all right, the only way this is getting out is if we drop it off the balcony.
Okay, wait, hold up. We got to say this story has to be told on the show.
I knew it. Somebody had a balcony story.
Because college kids, I have all that stuff. Because you know what? You've got limited resources, limited time. Well, remember Radar up at the place up north? We were trying to move this solid wood frame couch.
The one that was they left.
The owners
The
had
owners?
left it there for us, and we needed to get it upstairs. And it was 4 people. It was I was having a heart attack watching this thing. I'm like, someone's gonna hurt themselves because we're talking like solid wood, and that was a whole ordeal. And they wanted to like pull it up over this loft. And then we had Will on the show from Hernia Movers, and remember Will was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, people could go over the side." Nope,
People could get hurt,
hard pass.
but you got it done.
Okay, so Will's story, a little behind the scenes here, because Will was starting to tell what we know to be an awesome story. We want to have him save it for the show, for the topic coming up, so we all can get like our real reaction in real time, because that sounds like an incredible story.
It does.
All right, so in 2 minutes here, oh my gosh, we have back-to-back 4-minute songs.
I see that.
That's a long music sweep. All right, we're going
Commercial free
to
this
tease in
hour.
2 minutes. Anybody else want to share what their weekend plans are? Radar's
not.
moving. We're going to be at the turkey banquet.
Not coffee free.
Do you want to know what I'm doing this afternoon, everybody?
Taking a nap.
No. I can't drink any alcohol or have any caffeine. I haven't been able to for the last 48 hours, which being at the tailgate yesterday at Potawatomi was a little bit of a challenge. I am getting microblading done. To the
Ooh,
gentleman in
we're
the room.
excited
To
now.
the gentleman in the room.
Yes, eyebrows.
Eyebrows, yes.
Can't wait. It looks painful.
No, it's not that painful.
Why can't you drink then?
Because it's like a tattoo, and you have to think about
Oh,
like
because of
your-
that.
your blood and stuff like that. Yeah. So I did microblading.
I remember.
like 4 years ago. I did microblading. I think it was about that, and I really liked it. It's time. I'm sick of filling in my brows for like TV and stuff.
Oh,
to
girl.
the point where I feel like
Girl, you
over
got
here.
girl.
I feel like over
you're
here I don't
preaching.
have. They call this the tail. I feel like I don't have enough. So if it comes back super dark, we'll see. But I love Angie who's doing it. I think it's going to be great. I've been stalking her Instagram for a long time. You
Yeah.
gotta do your research. But yeah, I'm a little nervous because it's still something on your face. But
At least
it'll-
you know you can't drink beforehand. Like after I gave blood a couple years ago,
What did you do?
I was just gonna sit
Be
there.
a
I'm-
radar?
I'm sitting there going, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Brass Monkey and get a couple beers." That's one of my favorite bars.
Oh my
I get a couple beers tonight or whatever. And so the phlebotomist or whoever was taking my blood was like, "What are your plans?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm probably go to the bar." And she's like, "Oh, you can't drink for 24 hours." What? I'm never donating on a Friday again. Sorry, I will donate a different day of the week. You got to be kidding me. I was like, I never knew that. I felt fine. The last
Good
time
thing
I
you
did
had
it,
that conversation.
there was nothing wrong. I don't know. It's weird.
Good thing you had that conversation, buddy.
Wow.
What do you think is the craziest thing that doctors and nurses and medical team could do after you have a baby? Because one mix artist was shocked what happened when his baby boy was born. And you're going to hear the full story coming up next in your 3 must-hear clips of the day.
You got Elizabeth and Radar. Hi to everybody watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Thanks to Door Peninsula Winery. We're also commercial free on your radio this hour on The Mix.
That are watching. So L Jean 519 said they're having
No,
the kids are having a sleepover.
no, that's a stay up all night over.
That's what you call it. I said that
stay
Radar
up
calls
all
it a no
night
sleepover.
over. That's exactly what it is.
It is. I can remember when Brayson would have sleepovers.
I hated them.
At our house, they'd wake up and they were zombies. If he had at somebody else's house, it was even worse. He'd come home and be a zombie.
Yeah.
And you just knew that,
Crabby.
you knew at the rest of the weekend, like,
Yep.
don't expect anything from
done.
him.
Yeah.
He's so exhausted. He's
Crabby.
overstimulated.
I don't care about the exhausted. They're just crabby. And I'm like, dude, we're not doing this. Can we have a sleepover? Can we have a sleepover?
But okay,
No.
we did get to have a lot of sleepovers as kids growing up. The best though was a double sleepover,
Oh,
back to back nights.
Oh, yeah.
When my
Perfect.
when my cousin Jenny and I would get together on Fridays, you always knew it was a given. And I can remember our strategy on like which parent to ask first and when. It was all based on like who woke up in the morning in a good mood, who didn't perhaps. And so if I went to my house, I would call her and be like, hey, I'm not going to ask my parents. Can you ask your mom? And then your mom will call my dad, their brother and sister. And like that was typically the route to go. Because my dad would always say no instantly
I
to
always said
everything.
no.
Why do dads do that? My dad would constantly,
'Cause-
every single thing, it was always no. And then we'd have to like tell him the reasons why and sell him on the idea.
Because we're busy and we're tired. Leave us alone. And you're going to do this sleepover. Can we do it at our house? What if I do it at Madison's house? No, because you're going to want it tonight and then you're going to want another one tomorrow.
Yes.
When you're at my house, I don't sleep because I hear you all the time, whether you're upstairs or downstairs.
Because the fun don't stop.
And then, here comes Monday morning. I'm dragging. I go to pick up the kids from school because I wasn't there in the morning. But
Yes,
my wife,
'cause you're at
Jess,
work.
would say, oh my God, they're so crabby this morning. I'm like, yeah, because they didn't sleep all weekend. And then I pick them up on Monday afternoon. They're like,
You're the fun police.
yes, because you did a sleepover 3 days in a row, especially if there was a day off, like a spring break.
Yeah.
Forget it. Can we do it again? No. Mom said, okay, well, I'm going to go get a hotel room.
Well,
Next time I said that, I'm
also,
going to go get a hotel room.
Because at big sleepovers, you didn't want to be the first one to fall asleep. So you tried to stay up all night because if you're the
Held
first one to fall asleep, people are going to mess with you.
They always did that.
I can
Always.
remember we would put people's hands in warm water to see if like
See
that
if
would
they'd
get them
pee.
to like wet their sleeping bag.
Yeah.
We would draw
They're
on
gonna
each
pee.
other. I do remember one time we were at a sleepover and I think it was Susan that we put like Pringles all over her to get our friend's dog to try to eat the Pringles off of her to see if it would wake her up. She didn't stir. It did not wake her up. And then of course to
Penny
us,
sleepers.
it was hilarious
Yeah.
that she was still sleeping during all of it.
Half the time I'd wake
Wild
up like
times.
when my son Bones was in high school and he'd have boys over. I'd go to work in the morning and it'd be like, you guys still playing video games? Huh? Well, yeah, we're off today.
See, and video games weren't a
Fine.
thing for us when we were little. We had video games at home, but my friends didn't really play video games.
Yeah.
It was all about staying up late and eventually calling the boys. Because a couple boys in
Oh,
class had their own phone lines.
Who are you talking to? Nobody.
I just remember calling
2:30
some
in
of
the
these
morning.
boys,
Nobody.
and if their parents answered, it was like, click. All right, here we go.
You're too sweet for me.
It is time for your 3 must-hear clips of the day on the mix. It's Elizabeth and Radar, and yesterday we played you part 1 of Savannah Guthrie's sit-down interview on the Today Show with Hoda Kotb. Radar, we know, was really worked up about the fact
I'm
that
still worked up.
part 1 played yesterday, 2 days ago, and then part 2 played yesterday.
They have to tease the next one. Oh, wait till you hear this. No, Nancy's sitting there. I mean, hope she's still alive, but what if you're sitting there going, why are y'all waiting until tomorrow to tease the more information? Come find me now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, there was a lot to talk about. And to sift through all of the audio files, we wanted to share 2 parts with you.
Okay.
And first, this is Savannah Guthrie learning the news from her sister that their mom was missing.
I said, is everything okay? And she said, no. She said, Mom's missing. And I said, what? What are you talking about? She said, she's gone.
And Savannah talked about how she wakes up every single night thinking about what her mom has gone through. They're in
Yes.
anguish, complete agony. And then it was brought up. Is Savannah Guthrie's fame, is this to blame for what happened to her mom?
We don't know, but yeah, that's probably, which is too much to bear. To think that I brought this to her bedside, that it's because of me.
But how could it be because of her? There was no ransom. I mean, the ransom notes.
They did. She did say those 2 ransom notes they still believe to be real ransom notes,
They-
but
they do.
nothing came from
And
that.
what about the dude that rang the doorbell, or not didn't ring the doorbell, but tried to cover up the doorbell camera?
Who
What about that
knows?
dude?
And she goes on to say it is never too late to do the right thing, to come forward. And she also wants to
Right.
condemn anyone that is accusing the family for being involved in the disappearance of her mom, Nancy, and the hurt that is bringing the family. So to knock that off, and they're begging for answers. They're begging for information.
They're begging for answers, and yet the network is saying, ooh, wait till you hear what happens tomorrow. Wait, you got to wait till tomorrow. They need answers now.
I think it's because it was such a long interview.
Don't care. Bring it.
So what do you think happened when you were born? What do you think was the first thing that the doctors and the nurses did in the room? Because Charlie Puth and his wife welcomed baby boy Jude, and they wanted to play Hey Jude
Yeah, perfect.
in the room after the delivery, and everybody sung along.
I knew that when Jude was born, we were going to play Hey Jude in the delivery room, and all the nurses and doctors are going to sing na 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 na. And that's exactly what happened.
Hey, Jude, Jude. Yes.
I know, what a cool moment. And he actually has video up on his social media where he's playing the piano and singing that to his son while his wife's holding the baby.
Yeah.
What a cool story. I'm curious though if Jude is going to get to a point to be like, enough with the song.
This Beatles thing.
And what a win that the Brewers had opening day at home against the White Sox. It was electric. Take a listen to Sal Frelick's first home run of the season.
It's Sal Frelick.
Gone.
Swinging a drive and out of here. Number one for Sal.
Here goes Bernie.
So cool.
Nice
So
job.
cool. What a great moment. And what a huge win. 14-2. Hello. The boys are ready to play, and they'll be back in action tomorrow and Sunday. And that is your 3 must-hear clips of the day on the mix. And looking at the clock, it is time right now for you to call in and be caller number 9
Let's go.
for a chance to win $1,000 in the Mix Mega Minute. It is 10 trivia questions, 60 seconds. Get them all right. You can win $1,000. Thanks to Habish, and Rotier. 414-432-1099.
Her eyes.
on the phones.
Get on it. What are my things going over here?
They'll love it that I can see you two listen every morning on the way to work. Oh,
Oh, that's not what I want.
Thank you, Val.
Delete and delete.
Hi,
Delete
the
and
mix,
delete.
call number 4. Please try again.
Oops.
Hi, the mix, you're call number 5. Please try again.
And we're good.
Hi, the mix, you're call number 6. Please try again.
Mix Mega Minute.
Hi, the mix, you're call number 7. Please try
Mega
again.
minute.
Hi, the mix, you're call number 8. Please try again.
All right. Yep, there you go.
Hi, the mix. Who's this? Joe. Hi, where are you calling in from? Joe from Milwaukee. Well, Joe, you are caller number 9.
Joe.
All right, let me just run over a couple things real quick with you. You'll be live on the radio, so no swearing. And if we have a bad connection or the call drops, we need to move on to someone else. That being said, it's 10 trivia questions in 60 seconds. Get all of them right, and that $1,000 is yours. If you don't know an answer,
So Will is going over all
can
the
say
legal stuff
pass,
right now
and
with
we
the
will circle
mixer,
back
who
to
is
it
caller
here
number
for you.
9, before we do
And
the
time will
contest.
start as soon as we read the first question. And we will be on with you. Let me put you on hold real quick, but we'll be on in like a minute and a half. All right, sounds good.
Dude, awesome job. I love that we call it babysitting. I love that you babysat them to tell them like what the time is. They kind of get. Just go by math or math? Oh, no, it's
Joe.
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 Hey, Joe, it's Elizabeth. I know producer Will just talked to you. Just wanted to say hey. So, did you listen to the Mix Mega Minute cheat sheet yesterday with Brett Andrews at 4:05? Oh my gosh, Joe. It's all right. It's all right. And what city are you calling in from? Milwaukee? Okay. All right. So just so you know, if you want to shoot out like the answers while Will told me you're from Milwaukee. My bad, Will. Sorry, I didn't see that yet. If you want to like, say the answers while I'm reading the questions, people have done that. That's totally fine. Just so you know, though, we have to be able to hear you. So if we can't, I've got to have you repeat it, and that could eat up your time, but you can absolutely do that if you'd like. All right, buddy. Hang on just a second. I'm feeling good about this one. We got 35 seconds here. Hang on. Joe's got good energy.
Let's go, Joe.
Joe's got good energy. Also, mixers, if you want, just put our hands up and do things like that. We're trying to signal directions to the camera because sometimes the camera will lock in. And then if I move out of the shot, you won't see me. And it's a split screen between Radar and I. So we have to like tell the camera to track us. That way you guys can keep us and we can stay in view. All right, 10 seconds. I think we might get a winner today. I don't know. I feel good about
Elizabeth
this.
says that every day. We're going to get a winner. I hope we do.
I'm feeling good about this one.
Okay.
Joe from Milwaukee is caller number 9 for a chance to win $1,000 in the Mix Mega Minute.
Let's go, Joe.
Joe, are you feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
All right.
Dude, sounds great.
This is all thanks to Habish, and Rotier. We've got 60 seconds, 10 trivia questions. Remember, you can say pass. If you don't know the answer, we'll circle back if we have time. The time is going to start as soon as we read the first question. Here we go. What country is known as the land of the rising sun?
China.
Incorrect. What day of the week is it?
Friday.
Correct. What baseball position squats behind home plate?
Catcher.
Correct. Which movie features the character Jack Sparrow?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Correct. What Summerfest performer sings Shape of You?
Gosh. I have no idea. Pass.
A dozen equals how many?
12.
Correct. True or false? The human brain weighs 5 pounds.
True.
Incorrect. The Office TV show takes place mostly in this city.
Scranton.
Correct. What is the main organ that filters blood?
Heart.
Inco-
Oh, no. Liver.
Incorrect. In what decade was the internet invented?
Gosh. The 80s.
Incorrect. What country is known as the land of the rising sun?
Japan.
Correct. What Summerfest performer sings Shape of You?
Ed Sheeran.
Correct. True or false? The human brain.
Oh, man! You were so close, Joe.
Oh.
man.
Dude, you came back, though. That was really good to say pass, come back to it, bam, and you nailed it. And that's a good strategy to use there.
Joe, you got
Ah.
7. You got 7 out of 10 right.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I thank you guys so much.
Well, and we had time to go back to some of them too, which is really, really
Yeah.
helpful. Thank you for playing. So the human brain, does it weigh 5 pounds? That's false. It
What?
weighs 3 pounds. And the main organ that filters blood is the kidneys.
Kidneys. Okay. Yeah.
And in what decade was the internet invented? The 1960s.
The 60s? I thought Joe had it with 80s. I'm an 80s kid. I'm like, yeah, it's got to be the 80s.
no, the first
yeah.
version
That
of it
in
was the
60s.
1960s.
Wow.
Joe, thanks for bringing great energy on the show this morning, and be listening with Brett Andrews at 4:05 this afternoon for the cheat sheet. That'll be the first question and answer for Monday's Mix Mega Minute. If you're calling number 9 around 7:20, you have a chance to win $1,000
Yeah.
thanks to Habish, and Rotier.
And Joe, you can play again. Good luck.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Bye.
Oh, man. You were right. You were close. You were saying this is going to be it. This is the day. And even with the passes, it was like, he's got time.
But it was good that he kept just flying through it, because then
Yes.
we had time to get. We were able to get back to 3 questions that
Man.
he hadn't gotten correct.
So just say pass, or if you miss it, just keep going. Come back to it.
We got to get a winner.
We want to give away this money.
Hi, the Mix. We already got a player, but you can try Monday morning at
Dude.
7:20. Thanks. Bye.
Dude was all over that.
Oh my gosh, I know. And that we could clip also. Oh no, we already did the promo. for-
Yeah, I got it sent to
for
me
John,
already
that's
with
right.
two names. But I'll save him. Actually, we'll save him. And then we'll be able to use that for another one.
Oh my gosh, I really thought that was going to be the one.
He was close.
He was. But here's the thing. He told me off the air that he did not listen with Brett Andrews at 4:05. And that first question, he ended up getting wrong. Did you guys
Oh.
catch that? So you really want to listen in the afternoons if you can with Brett Andrews, or have a friend listen for you and tell you what it is, because that can give you that first question and answer. They only have to get 9.
Also, don't be messaging Brett Andrews. He's not going to tell you. He wants you to listen to his show.
That'd be really funny. QMC errands. That's really neat to be able to banter comments with you on social media. Yeah, we think it's fun too. What's up, everybody that's joining on the gram? Okay, we have an acronym here. TGIF, but it says TGI, frequent random indulgence due at yawning. Say that 5 times. fast.
What?
I don't know. Frequent random indulgence due at yawning.
That's odd. All right, watch the camera. Follow me to go get coffee because I'll be right
Nana
back.
and her
Woo!
kids. Nana and her kids are watching
Nana.
too. So, not a surprise if you've been listening to the show for any length of time to know that like Radar is definitely like a creature of habit. And this is always the point of the show where he leaves and goes gets his coffee. And I just think it's just kind of one of those neat things. You work with someone for so long, you're like, all right, I know this when he's gonna get his coffee. I do not drink coffee in the morning. I drink greens. And some people are actually surprised by that. But I do enjoy coffee. I just feel like it gives me like the shakes a little bit. So if I'm going to have coffee, that's kind of a treat. But for anyone just joining, I was saying I'm getting microblading later today on the eyebrows, and you can't have caffeine or alcohol 48 hours before. So at the tailgate yesterday for opening day at Potawatomi, can't tell you how many people were offering me a cocktail or a beer, and I just said I can't. And then I've got a bunch of these Brewers fans, some of them guys, and I'm like, I'm getting microblading. I can't do it. They didn't know what that was. And I said, well, it's kind of like a little bit of a tattoo. So if you're watching on Monday, you'll see how it looks. It's going to be probably pretty dark at the beginning and then it fades. I did it a couple of years ago, but I'm getting it done with somebody different. So we'll see what happens. Look, Beyonce says it. Pretty hurts. Things you do, especially when you get up early in the morning and you can eliminate a step of your makeup routine. Amen. All right. So sit tight, mixers. I've got to send a quick email here. So hang on just a second and we will be right back. See the Slack? So even though the yeah. But I wanted to grab something real quick. Cool. Oh, dang it. Maybe it is. mics are still on. Show me. Which is fine. I just have.
What's up?
All right, we are back, and Radar is cleaning up his mess that he did on TV this morning.
I'll show you how much confetti is in that one little egg. Holy cow. Can't believe
These
that.
are gag eggs, like spoof eggs. He had me thinking this morning that he was cracking a live egg on TV. They're paper eggs, cardboard, you could say. And then on the inside, if you crack them, it has this little paper film on the bottom and it has confetti in it. So this guy, I really didn't think he was going to do that, but I wasn't sure what he was
You
doing.
didn't know what was going on.
I did not know what was going on.
It's going to be fun.
I was like, what is
That's
happening?
We had some fun. It was a lot of fun.
So you didn't find a vacuum Radar, but now
I can't find the vacuum, so we have such, like, is this Berber or whatever carpet? So I can
it's the square carpeting. So if something happens to one square,
you
you
can
can
rip it up.
take it off.
I got news for you. There's a lot that happened at these squares. I don't know why. Do we have any carpet people who want to come and maybe give us free carpeting? In here?
Floor Coverings International. We're getting a new carpet next week at our
Let's
house.
do it. Let's have them come in
Um,
here and redo this.
I can tell you, I was the first person to have a major spill on that carpet. When these studios got redone, which was about 13 years ago, I was in here doing the morning show, and I was at that time on the side of the board where Radar is. So I was the one pushing the buttons on that show. I was on the other side. So right where Radar is standing is where this happened. I was eating a yogurt and I went with my spoon and I dropped it and it splattered, but it only splattered on 2 squares. And so my morning partner at the time, he thought, I think I know where they have the extra squares. So he went in and popped off the squares, put the new squares in.
Push it up.
And I think to this day, they're still a little uneven over there, but nobody knew. Because I
That's
mean, are you
hilarious.
kidding me? Yogurt? That'd be so stinky.
Yeah, I don't spill on the floor. I just spill on my pants.
Oh, yeah, you did that a couple weeks ago with your
Yeah.
coffee. Oh,
Dumped it all over.
Radar.
Had this one after I made it, dumped it all over me.
All right.
Ridiculous.
So we are going to tease coming up here. We'll tease after
We're gonna let everybody know, hey, what's coming up.
Halsey. So 25 seconds.
That's my singing of Halsey because I can't get up that high without me.
When you have a major project at your house, don't you have one project manager, one person that should make all the decisions? Well, in true Elizabeth K household fashion, Eric and I are not on the same page with a project that we have coming up next week that we have to start working on this weekend
Oh no.
to prepare for the project.
What?
And so I am hoping that we can get a little bit of insight from all of you of what the best path is to take before we jump in to this big project that's happening at the house.
Big projects are fun projects because when it's big, you know, you're looking forward to it, right? But you're a little nervous.
I'm looking forward to the after,
okay.
not the prep work before.
All right. You got Elizabeth and Radar. That's next on the mix.
All right. So, Will, you gave us a little snippet. We will save your story for part 2 if we don't get.
There you go. Now they're up. Time to listen in the car. Catch you later. Yeah.
Safe travels to school, friends.
We're going off to school. You know what? We also have this. I was going to tell you when I was looking for the pocket pancakes.
Oh, the mics?
Yep.
Up or down?
They're up. Remember this?
It's back. Which one?
That's what just reminded me of this too.
Which version?
Oh, it's a long intro. Here it is.
You got Milwaukee pride, don't you, baby?
It's 414.
We'll save that for 4 and 4
Yes. I was like, oh, pocket
You're
pancakes.
still
at
confusing
work.
me with the microphones. Are we?
Yeah.
So everyone's hearing this?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Cheese curds and a brew. Oh, yeah.
We do need to play that for
414
4 day.
When I was looking for our pocket pancake song, I was like, oh, what is this one?
Can they legally hear this?
414 parody. That's
414. It's 414.
I gotta put that. I put that on our
It's
page
414.
so we remember it. I was like, yeah, dude, some good stuff right there. I'd like to say something else, but I can't. So let's put this in yellow so I can find it. There we go. It's 414. Oh, let's get this off. All right, I got to find out what this dilemma's all about. Da 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 da. I have a
Raider, can you pot it down? If you have to move furniture, do you move it on your own or do you hire movers? We've had this conversation on the show before, and we had our buddy Will on the show from Hernia Movers. And here's what's happening now at the house. It's Elizabeth, it's Radar, it's the mix. We are getting new carpeting put in upstairs. So we had been waiting forever to get this carpeting replaced. I'm so excited it's going to finally happen, but we needed Mila to pass and go to doggy heaven before we were going to replace the carpeting. Kodo, when she was a puppy, loved to rip up a corner of the carpeting. So that's
there's something under here. I got to get it.
there's a part of the carpeting right at the top of the stairs that has an entire hole missing because of her. So it's time. Now this is the stairs, it's the loft, and it's our primary bedroom.
You okay?
And it just occurred to Eric and I yesterday, we have to move all the furniture up there before we get this carpeting installed.
You have to take it
We
totally
have to
out.
take everything out.
Yeah, it's got to be
down
an
the
empty
stairs. Now, my father-in-law is a carpenter. So our
Room. Is he
bedroom,
Jesus?
kind of,
Joseph. He's Joseph.
he'd
right?
be Joseph.
Is that his name?
That means my husband would be Jesus because he's the son of
Right.
the carpenter.
He's got a beard.
No, Eric is definitely, Eric has a beard, but he's definitely not Jesus. So we have solid wood bedroom furniture. We have a California King platform bed. So like,
Ooh, that's
they're
heavy.
a very, 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 very heavy. We have a tall boy. We have a long dresser. We have a couch in the loft. We have nightstands we can handle and all that stuff. And so I was thinking, hey, we'll just have Brayson, our big, strong Marine son, we'll just have him come back from school and help us move. Yeah, no, he's got Marine obligations this weekend. So
Oh.
Marines need him.
Yeah.
We don't have him. So I said to Eric, I'm like, we need to hire movers for this. And my husband, oh, no. We got this. I said,
Hire movers.
we-
Nothing.
We as in you and you,
As-
you and me?
As my daughter Lexi likes to say, who's we? Not me.
That's what I said. I said, Eric, we moved this stuff when we moved it into the house now 11 years ago when we bought our house and we moved it in. I told Eric, I'm like, we are not the ones that are moving this stuff out. It's backbreaking work. Like it's really, really heavy.
It's not
And
fun.
then I called around at some places, got some prices. Eric saw the prices and Eric said, no, we're not doing that.
just
so
to move furniture.
he wants to reach out to some friends. I said, we're not going to ask friends to move this heavy stuff.
And wait a
our
minute.
friends are also our age.
And wait a minute.
Like we are not doing this anymore.
The friends will help you move it. When is the carpet being replaced?
Thank you.
Because then you got to move it back.
Thank you. That was literally
But then you got to pay the movers
the
to do that.
that was literally the question that we had. That was the question I said last night to him. I said, so we get the friends here that want to help this weekend. What happens then on Friday when it all has to go back upstairs? And next weekend, we have plans that we can't change. Like we don't have a lot of free time next weekend. Yes,
It's around
Easter.
yeah.
What are we going to do with this? And he's like, you worry too much. You worry too much. Don't micromanage this. It's going to be fine. I know how heavy this is. So one of these pieces of furniture,
Can you take it?
when we moved out of our last house and we had professional movers, I told these guys, I said, you're going to want to take those drawers out. That stuff is heavy.
Yeah.
It's solid wood.
Yeah.
These
always do that.
these two young guys were like, oh, no, ma'am, it's fine. We're just going to saran wrap this around. I said,
Okay.
still really heavy. I'm in
ahead.
the kitchen. I hear boom, 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 and a swear word. I run around thinking someone got squished by a dresser. No, the guy got out of the way, thank goodness, but it went into the wall
Oh,
and took a big hole out of the drywall of the place we were renting right before we were going to leave, which meant we didn't get $600 back from our security deposit because of that hole in the wall, which
Nice
I
job.
still sit there and go, $600? Really? Was it going to cost that much?
I like to up those things.
So
you want
hire
to tell them?
movers or have your friends. What would you all do? 414-432-1099. Let's go to line number 1 here. We've got Uber driver Donna. Okay, Uber driver Donna, you went through a similar situation while moving.
Yeah, Elizabeth. I ended up having to have movers come at the very last minute because my husband and I couldn't do it.
You were in mid move and you just made like an
my gosh.
emergency
We
call.
move and had to have somebody come over and actually move a lot of the furniture.
Donna,
It
what
wasn't working.
was the item? What was the last item that you both, and who put their hands up first and said, I'm done?
We can't do this.
It was me. I was done.
And what was the item of furniture? What was it?
It was an antique dresser that we had.
You didn't call the
That was
Chandler and
too
Ross
heavy.
movers?
I'm like, forget it.
You put your hands up and said, I'm done.
You're
so
done.
Our friend is a mover, so he brought over his equipment and
Oh.
moved us. I was like,
it's
forget
nice.
it. I'm done.
Okay, so you're
Well-
telling me we should just get out in front of it and just hire the movers?
You
Because
need-
if I make that call and schedule it, it's not like Eric's not going to debate me on it. He's going to say, all right,
Yeah.
fine. I understand. He doesn't want to spend the money. I don't love that either, but also hurting ourselves, keep putting a hole in the wall, something really bad happening. That's the thing I was telling him, but I get men and their strength and their, I got this kind of can-do attitude. And
Right.
look, I'm a strong woman. Hear me roar. I hear that too. But I also hear what my back feels like.
Your back will be roaring the next week after
hurt.
that. You don't want that to
Not as
happen at
young as it
all.
used to be, just
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Uber driver Donna. All right, we're going to take some more calls here coming up.
Hire the movers.
Got it.
I was gonna go to her next,
Dude,
but
awesome job.
that was funny with Donna, so I thought, we'll skip it. I was
We'll
gonna
play a
go to
song
Sharon
and we'll
next.
come back. Okay, so what do you all think? What do you think? Hire movers? That's what I
Yeah.
think. That's what I think. I feel like this show has taken over of like Eric wants to fix everything and I want to spend all the money just doing it like the quick and easy way. But it's going to cost a little bit to get it all done. I wasn't really putting that in the budget with the floors.
Mhm.
I truthfully did not occur to me until the other night. I mean, it seems obvious, but with everything going on, didn't occur to me that I'm like, we have to move all this stuff. And like you said, Radar, and then put it all back.
That's what I just thought of when you were saying like, yeah, you can bring people over to move it. I'm like, well, that's a good idea. Wait a minute. They put the carpet in. Now you got to put all that stuff
We could
back.
handle the couch. It's that tall boy, the long dresser, and the bed.
Oh, the bed. Yes.
The
When I got the
platform
new bed,
bed.
the Vibrasonic bed, and we took our old one out because the platform just got old. That thing is heavy. And I took it apart in pieces, and it's
Well, and we
still
have
heavy.
we have an adjustable
adjustable base.
also.
That's what I had. Yeah. My Haley wanted it. My daughter Haley wanted it.
And by the way,
And I
if
was
it-
like, come on over, take a look at it, and you can have Adrian and his boys haul this out. And she was like, yeah, no. I'll buy a new one. I'm like, yeah, because they're heavy.
I can't get those people over to my house this weekend because you're moving your daughter this weekend.
Right.
And if it goes flying, which you all might hear this on the air too, because I'll tell the mixers listening to the show on the air. If someone had to like let her rip and let it go, it's gonna go through the front door. You've seen my house, Raider. Like when you walk in,
have to
there's
go-
the steps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did like with my living room furniture when I had the carpet replaced. It was like, you have to go out the front door. What about the bedroom stuff? Go out the side door because there's a straight shot. Otherwise, we have to go around the corner. Forget it. Side door. Got to pick your doors.
All right. So looking here, producer will screen the calls. Let's go to. Yep. Okay, then can you babysit 2 and 4 and just say, hey, we got a couple calls in front of you. Hang on the line. We're going to get to you live on the air. Yeah, awesome. Thanks.
All right, Char. We got a couple calls ahead of you, but then we will be live on the air with you momentarily.
All right, we're going to go in 15 seconds.
Here we go, peeps. Woo!
Right,
Stuck.
If you have to move furniture just from one room to the next, upstairs to downstairs, because you're getting new carpeting, do you hire movers or do you do it by yourself? It's Elizabeth and Radar on the mix, and that's the debate. Eric, if you've listened to the show, you know Eric wants to do it himself.
He's got this.
He's real confident with those kinds of projects. I also feel like we should hire a mover so no one gets hurt and nothing gets broken.
I'm 100% Team Eric most of the time. And this time, I will say I'm 100% Team Eric. Don't ask me to come over, though. I'm not available.
You're helping your daughter move this weekend,
I
actually.
gotta wrench my back for that.
All right, Lori, calling into the show. What's your moving story? And I'm curious which way this is going to make us lean.
Hire movers.
Oh, why'd you say
right
that?
out of the gate, she said it. Okay, tell me more.
So my daughter and fiance just had to move into a new apartment in Chicago, and they had a couch, and the buildings are very, very close in Chicago. And my husband and I are mid-50s, and we are not going to move heavy furniture any longer. And
Yeah.
the house was not exceptionally large, but the buildings are very, very close to make the wide turn into their new apartment. Going up just one flight of stairs wasn't going to cut it to get through the new door. So they actually had to knock on a neighbor's door to take it in the front door of a neighbor's apartment from the main street through the neighbor's apartment.
What?
All the way down the long hallway into my daughter's and fiance's apartment.
Oh, my
into
gosh.
Their apartment.
Dude, that's
Oh my gosh.
crazy.
And for the other neighbor to answer the door and probably think, wait, what are you asking me to do?
We just got to go through.
Hi, we just moved here. We haven't met yet, but can we move a couch through your apartment to get to our apartment?
It's like a cartoon. Yes, sorry, we're coming through. We're coming through.
Yeah.
My gosh.
So two men in a truck, never had done that before, and they were absolutely fabulous. So
They were
way to go
fabulous.
for them.
They're
Nice.
professionals. All
Good
right.
deal.
Okay. That's a good reason and a good story.
point.
Thank you so much, Lori, for calling into the show. All right. Let's go to Hannah here on line number 4. Hannah, you've got a tip or a suggestion or a strap that makes moving big furniture easier. So you're leaning towards you can do it on your own. You don't need to hire movers.
I definitely think you can do it yourself. I think if it's a whole house, sure, hire movers. But if it's just one room, I
No,
think
it's
you can
two
do it.
rooms. I mean, it's 2 rooms. It's the loft, which has all like living room furniture, and then it's the primary bedroom. So there's all the bed stuff, and
So it's like everything upstairs.
everything upstairs has to go downstairs. And also, if somebody just like lets it rip, by the way, just let the furniture fly because
Oh, I
they
thought-
lose their. Don't do
I
that.
was going to say, when you lift something, it's usually what happens.
Don't do that. It's going to take out the
Holy
front
cow.
door. Like it's going to
Oh,
slide down
yeah.
the stairs and take out
That's
the
okay.
front door.
Hannah, you sound like you're Team
Well-
Radar / Team Eric. What do you got?
I'm Team Eric. So we recently just helped a friend move, and we have this. I don't know what it's called. It's like a moving strap. So it's like a harness that you can wear.
Oh gosh.
And then the strap connects to the other person. They wear this harness, and you can have it either in front of you or behind you. And these guys they put a washing machine just on this strap, and they carried it, like walked up the stairs with it. And
Okay.
it was so much easier because then you use your whole body, not just your arms.
I
That's
see
what you
the
gotta get.
picture
And
of
it must
this.
be
I see the
something-
picture of the moving harness straps. I see that. I just picture Eric. Eric's got straps on. I've got straps on. We're outside getting strapped up. People,
Yeah,
neighbors
you
are gonna
are.
be like, "What
And then
is
you know
going
what?
on with Elizabeth and Eric?"
Later on that night, they're getting strapped up too. Let's
No,
do
we're
some
not.
role playing.
No, we're not because
Yeah.
our bedroom is in pieces.
Thanks, Hannah.
Hannah, I see what you're saying, but I still feel like a California King platform bed made of solid wood is a heck of a lot bigger and heavier than that washer and dryer that I'm looking at a picture of.
Pivot!
That'll be you.
Pivot!
One more time.
Pivot! Pivot!
Shut up! Shut up!
It's so good. All right, let's record her.
Let's do this. Let's get a little bit of stuff here, because then we can probably put Will in there too, if you need to.
All right, we had a good joke about pivot.
Pivot!
When you're moving furniture. It's Elizabeth and Radar on the mix. And we've also got Shara from Waukesha calling in. Shara, you're on my side. You agree that just to move the furniture downstairs so the new carpeting can go in upstairs, we should hire movers. And tell me your logic.
I would say hire movers. You have to weigh out the cost between the amount of time it will take you to move it downstairs and move back upstairs. And like, is your time really worth that, or is it worth spending the money? You know, I'm
There you
always
go.
saying that to my husband. It's like, your time's worth more than $20 an hour. So why don't we just pay it, or $30? You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm with you
So-
on that. And I love
And-
hearing
and
you
to-
say that, because it really does boil down to, you think of the amount of time it's going to take to move it all. If
Yeah.
we have professionals, boom,
And-
in
Boom,
and
you're
out.
done.
And if you have your friends there, you're probably going to end up having to buy some food and some liquor at the end to,
Yeah.
you know, to feed everybody. And
True.
then at the end of the week, you're going to do the same thing, because you're going to need to get it back before Easter, and no one's going to be around.
Yes,
this
that's just
weekend.
it.
That is
Like,
very true.
With the holiday
Yeah.
coming up,
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
Shara, thank you for calling and being so logical about this. I am going to share this information with my husband. He knows we're talking about it on the show this morning.
Shar, do you always win with this argument? Do you go, we're doing it this way, and your husband goes, yeah,
Most
fine.
of the time, I mean,
Okay.
unless it's expensive, I feel like you just really have to think of what your time costs these days.
What your
Yeah.
time costs, for
That's,
sure.
that's true. That's a good point.
Thank you, Shara, for calling into
Yep.
the show. We're
Yeah,
going to
no
bring,
problem. Thank you.
thank
You
you. We're going to
got
bring
it.
producer Will on. Producer Will, tell us about this story in college. You went to Marquette, and there was a situation with a girl that you bought a couch from.
Yeah, so we bought a couch from this girl. She lived in a second-story apartment building,
Of course she did.
and we could not figure out how her dad and her brother got the couch through the door. We could not get it out of the apartment. So the only option was to drop it from the balcony, out her
So,
back balcony.
wait,
You had to
You
drop
guys-
it to get it out.
Lower,
Mhm.
like, what'd you do? You tied a rope around it? And
No. So she said, "Hey,
yeet.
if the couch breaks, you don't have to pay me." I thought, okay, great. I kind of hope it breaks. We
Will.
So
we,
you
we brought
launched
it to the bed.
So he launches it off the.
No, we
Patio?
didn't like lower it or anything. We got it on the balcony,
Yeah,
and
kind
made
of
sure that we
teeter-totter?
got it over the balcony so you didn't break the balcony.
You just
And,
had this couch pushed up to the side of a balcony?
Yes.
That's so unsafe.
And
Were people securing the area down below to make sure no one?
Well,
Listen to you worried about that. Just kind of look around and go, anybody down there? Look out. Here it
Radar,
comes.
you're dropping
Yeah.
a couch?
Timber! That's what you do.
it was in a cul-de-sac, so not a lot of
Okay.
foot traffic.
Yeah.
And we dropped it, and unfortunately, it didn't really break. So I still had to pay for
You
it.
still had to pay for it.
Yeah.
So the couch held.
Well,
Sort of.
more or less, sort of. The good thing though is that it sits on the ground now, so I don't have to like clean underneath the couch or get anything stuck underneath the
perfect.
It
couch.
has no legs.
It has no legs on it.
No,
You
those.
still have the couch?
Yes.
See? But
No.
and bottom line, you got the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It worked.
Okay.
Why don't you just throw your stuff out the window? That'd be great.
With all due respect, this I think is a little bit nicer than college furniture. I don't want this stuff to break, okay? And I think someone would seriously get hurt if this stuff got dropped off the
Wait a
back
minute.
window.
What was the deal? You had to pay for it if it broke?
No, I didn't have
Didn't
to
have
pay
to pay
for
for
it
it.
if it broke.
Okay, why don't we try that with your stuff? And if it does break, we'll buy it for you. Otherwise, if it doesn't, you're good to go.
But we still have, that doesn't solve the problem of having to move it back upstairs to the bedroom.
Yeah, I don't know how you get it back upstairs.
We are hiring
Look,
movers. This story is all I needed to hear.
What do you want? What do you want? We solved one problem. You can figure out the rest.
And then we're
right?
going to have another one. We're going to have broken furniture. Will, that's a great story.
Was
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick little break here, and we'll be right back in the 8 o'clock hour. Too fun.
I don't know if my mic was on because the light isn't.
All right, we had
It doesn't matter. Actually, when we record,
Oh, okay.
the mics won't be on.
Yep, so that
I just look here. If I see levels here, then we're good.
Gotcha.
So I saw 'em.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.